prominent Bahraini rights activist has gone on hunger strike 2 weeks after being detained. Mariam Al-Khawaja was arrested at the airport and charged with assaulting a police officer after she was denied entry. We now have a chance to discuss this with Bahrain's most famous rights campaigner, Nabil Rajab, who joins us live. Thank you very much for coming onto the programme this evening. Now, Miss Al-Khawaja was taken to court and charged with several offences. What's the injustice of this case, in your opinion?
Well, you know, the Bahrain government does not respect justice, does not respect any justice system, does not respect international community or international mechanism for human rights. You know, justice system in Bahrain is dominated by a ruling family. And you know that a lot of human rights groups, including a lot of reporters of the United Nations, asked the Bahraini government to release Al-Khawaja and to release her father, who's in hunger strike since the past 20 days. But Bahrain is very sure now, it's very clear, does not respect anybody, taking the advantage that it's a neighboring of the Saudi Arabia, which has a lot of influence in the Western government, and with their money, they could silence the international community. Unfortunately, that's what is going on. What is going on with Abdel Hadi Al-Khawaja and Mariam Al-Khawaja facing, and Zainab Al-Khawaja, what they're facing, it is an example, it's a model of how this government treats its own citizens, treat the human rights community. As you know now, we have up to 4,000 people as a political prisoner facing the same circumstances Abdel Hadi Al-Khawaja and his colleagues are facing. 4,000 political prisoners in a country which has only 700,000 Bahraini population. That's quite a lot that you will not see in any part of this world.
Sure.
But, you know, again, with their double standard.
OK, but let's just come back to the Miss Al-Khawaja case, if we could. What is the evidence that the case against her has something to do with her campaigning?
Well, you know, my friend, you know that myself, I just came out from jail and I spent 2 years in jail. It was just because of my work for human rights. And you know that I spent my 2 years in isolation, not even in a proper jail, because I just took part in a peaceful protest asking for the release of political prisoners, or because of calling people and using my Twitter account to release the political prisoner. That case shows you how Bahrain government treat the human rights community. Mariam Al-Khawaja in jail because of her activity. Abdel Hadi Al-Khawaja is in jail sentenced for life imprisonment because of his human rights community. You are talking about country where at least 95% of the human rights community behind bar. You are talking about a country which is considered to be the most repressive regime in the world. But unfortunately, you don't hear about it much in the West, because the West are being silenced because of the arms deals and arms sales that they make, especially United Kingdom. And this is what is making our people upset, making our people frustrated, that not only being our revolution and our struggle for democracy is being abandoned by a Western government, but seeing respected civilized countries like UK government very clearly supporting dictatorship in that part of the world. In other part of the world, they talk about democracy and human rights. This double standard of foreign power has to be exposed internationally, because me, my people, my nation, all of us are paying a price for the interests of UK and other Western government. Our country is paying a high price for the double standard, for the hypocrisy that is being presented by a lot of Western government. And that's why today I'm in Europe. I have been there in Europe for the past 1 month, traveling from country to country, trying to highlight what is going on in my country, try to expose the double standard and the hypocrisy that they have, their foreign policy adopt to their people, because a lot of people in Europe here, they are not aware about that.
All right.
Go ahead.
Mr. Najabi, we are running out of time, but I've got to ask you, and I can see you are extremely passionate about this too. The anti-government protests have been going on in Bahrain for the last 4 years or so. Do you see any hope of getting your message across? Is there any chance of anything changing, in your opinion?
100% we're going to win the battle. Battle between justice and between oppression, always it is going to end up in favor of the justice. We are determined. We are determined. Once we started 14th of February in 2011, we started our struggle, calling for democracy, justice, and human rights. And that day we have decided, we know it's going to cost a lot, and we know that we're not going to go back until we achieve our goal in democratic country.
OK, we do have to leave it there, but thank you very much for giving us your thoughts and analysis on this. That's human rights campaigner Nabil Rajab. Thank you.